Hello. Hello. Welcome to stream. Let me just move the mic closer. Sorry if that made any noise. Hi. Welcome. Are we doing good over here? We lagging? Let me just check the stream itself real quick. Let me make sure that we're doing all right. Alright, we are lagging a little bit for some reason, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna close Unreal Engine anyway. We're not gonna be working in Unreal Engine today. I just wanted to show off a thing I did. I added clouds. So, let me take a sip of my coffee real quick. Yeah, I added clouds. I've been trying for a while now, over the past couple of days, to get this to work. I mean, get it to work just meaning like, it's been working, I've just been trying to get it to look good, and it still doesn't really look the way I want it to. I kind of want, like, distinct layers of clouds, as opposed to just, like, one single flat layer. But, like, so far, I mean, with what I got for now, it doesn't look that bad. I know there's, like I said, there's a whole bunch I want to mess with this anyway. And I might want to just recreate this material from scratch. But, I followed the tutorial to get this material. And I added my own, like, stuff to it. To try and get it to look good. I tried, so these are just two noise textures being driven by, like, their position in the world and, just general other stuff. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. It's being animated by this group of nodes right here. Anyway, yeah. So, it, like, there's two layers of noise on top of each other that, like, deform the shape of the clouds, basically. It's a lot. And then there's also a 2D texture mask that's driving it as well. That's something that I will work on later, because right now what I want to do is I want to create one of the other party members. Big stretch, my bad. I was thinking today we finish off the character Rich. So I didn't model any of the other characters on stream. That's not for any particular reason, just because I just wanted to do it off stream. But I've been focusing really hard on getting this world to be built. That and I didn't really add much to the interiors of these. I really need to adjust the lighting. But yeah, anyway. The point is, there's still a lot that I need to do here, but I'm going to put this aside. The thing that my goal for this year that I really wanted to do was to get all three party members made as, like, characters. And I got two of them made. And it's nearing the end of the year. And if I figured if I didn't do this on stream, I'd never do it. So, we're going to save this. We're just going to close it, like, completely. This is the character so far. Let me just close this. And then hopefully the stream should look better. Okay, yeah, it was definitely Unreal Engine that was making the stream lag. Yeah, so this is the character. This is Rich. He is like a, like, the only human part about him, basically, is his head that they salvaged. And the rest of him, he's just being driven by cyborg mechanical parts. So yeah, he's probably the hardest character that I'm ever going to make. And we're going to try and finish him today. Even if he doesn't look perfect, I just want him just done. Even if we don't texture him yet, I just want his model to be done so that I can worry about him later. Have another sip. Okay. For starters, I'm not that big a fan of his chest piece. Let me get the reference open real quick. Give me 1 second. Characters, rich, reference. It'll probably pop up on the... Oh, no, okay. This is my reference for rich. I was very inspired by, like, Xenoblade Chronicles. There's a lot of, like, Mechon designs here. It's very... just, like, gruff old men, basically. I have Dixon. I have Sid, Final Fantasy 15. I got Snake over there. And I got Norman Reedus right here. But yeah. Just, like, a bunch of, like... I want his main body to be, like, a skeletal structure. And his head to be that of, like, a gruff old man. And that's just a stock photo I got off Google Images. This is the design that I drew. And this is, like, the sort of blueprints for, like, each of his parts. So that's mostly what we're gonna work on. It shouldn't be too bad. Because, let's see. I just need to think of a final design for what I want his chest piece to be, because I'm not a big fan of how this is turning out. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably delete that. And that too. I love the way the headpiece looks, and I love the way the spine looks so far. So we gotta work off that to create something. So I have this sort of human model to like work off of, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm thinking we'll just add a plane. Also, I apologize. Let's see. I'm gonna try and move my reference over here. It's covering up the stream preview, but it should be fine. I could still read chat. And then... Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, so... We're just gonna do this to get started. Mirror. There we go. Then, we don't need a shrink wrap. Just gonna put these vertices onto his body. Oh yeah, we gotta make you in front. Okay, perfect. So let's see. How do I want to go about doing this? Because I don't even know if I want the way I drew it to be the way I want it to be. I want it to be very like it's a big metal plate, right? Just looking through my reference to see if there's anything I could possibly... You know what? Just make something, and we'll figure it out. So I like that it's kind of low down on his body like that. Looks good. We need a bit that like goes over his shoulder. So we need to extrude this out. I want to do it with as few faces as possible, because I want to get that, like, polygonal look. So yeah, I wonder if, we need a back piece as well. So we can do something like that. Okay. Just wonder how this is gonna connect to the spine. Because the spine, there's gonna be a sort of rib cage connected to the spine. That's gonna hold the plate out in front of them. I just don't know. Just don't know exactly how I want it to be held in the back. So maybe there is no back piece. Well, maybe I'm thinking about this too hard, but for now, we'll just do that. Actually, just do that. And we'll just focus on the front. And you know what? I'm gonna add a solidify modifier. Bit about just kind of eyeballing it, really. Maybe that's too. Actually, no thickness. We gotta just focus on building this thing out. Oops. We just do that. See, I like this so far. Like, this just being, because he's not gonna be, like, it's not gonna protect him that much, because he's not a defensive type of character. He is mainly like he's like a glass cannon, sort of. So we don't need to worry about the armor too much. So if it's just like that, yeah, that could work. And what happens if I... Okay, I'm seeing it, let me just... I almost wonder if I should have two pieces. Like a chest piece in front. And then like a sort of piece for his stomach. But I don't want to cover up too much of his spine either. I also almost wonder where the arms are gonna be. Because I have it in my reference, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to do exactly. Just look through my reference again. Because on an actual human skeleton, there's shoulder blades that connect to the back of the rib cage, which is where it looks like the arms are connected through like a ball joint. I think if we're gonna figure out where the arms are gonna be, we gotta make the rib cage first. I think that's gotta be how it's gotta be. So you know what? Yeah, this is fine. Let's turn off in front. And let's see if we can't just build a rib cage real quick. So the way I think we're going to need to do that is we're going to need a curve. And then edit mode. Well, first off, okay. Let me duplicate. It's possible. Okay, I kind of forget how I did the spine. Is it? Oh. Okay. Been a while since I've actually... Okay, so all you are is a plane. And then I'm trying to remember how I did this. Okay. Anyway, my bad. Need to take another sip. The only thing is, I don't know how to apply whatever I did with the spine. Is it just because it's parented? It is. Okay. Then if I see. Okay. Undo all that. I don't know how to apply this. So I guess that's something I'm gonna have to look up here. I want to watch a video. Okay. Object, apply, make instance real. Make instances real. Whoa, okay. That just added a bunch of spine pieces. Okay, but that's what I wanted. So cool. Yeah, neat. Alright, before I do that, alright. Well, I figured that out. Before I do that, I want to duplicate this spine. And then I'm going to duplicate the spine piece as well. Clear the parent, hide the spine, and then set the parent to this instead. Then I gotta adjust the offset. How do I do that? Is it just literally? It's just literally this. Well, the problem is if I, well, okay, no, we're good actually. We're good. Because, well, I could do that. I could do this. How does that look different? I just want an exact duplicate of this object. Alright, you know what? We're gonna delete. We're gonna delete. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna select you, select hierarchy, Shift D. Yep, okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, now we have an exact duplicate. So now it's safe to, I'm gonna just hide you and hide rendering. You, Control A, make instances real, and then I'm gonna just Control J all of these objects. Like that. Okay. So now we have that, but also cool. Okay. Alright. So this is what we're gonna work with. Alright. That took long enough, I apologize. So, in the reference, where does the ribcage start? At like the, well, I guess in this case it doesn't really matter. So all we really need to do is, and this is why I wanted to make all these instances. We're gonna come into edit mode here. We're gonna select you. We're gonna say cursor selected, and then we're gonna take this bit of the curve. Actually, you know what? Instead of that piece, we're gonna start it with, I want to say this piece. Cursor selected, and then take you, selection to cursor. Okay. And then, in you, over here, we're going to come over here and say cursor selected. Then, take this bit of the curve, selection to cursor. Alright, we did it. We absolutely did it. Now we just need to adjust the rotation of all these. So that it makes sense. We're just gonna do that, and then alright. We're cooking. I think the chest piece is too close. Just gonna scooch it up a little bit. Maybe to about there. Try that. And there we go. Gotta rotate it again. Okay, there we go. What song is this? Is this Splatoon? Danganronpa, that's what it is. Alright, so we have a curve. Perfect. Okay, so every time I move it, I have to re-rotate it again for some reason. Okay. So what we can do now with this curve is we can I almost want it to be a square piece, so I almost want it to be like that. Well, I want it to kind of slot in this hole here. So it should be about as big, oops, 0.005 as the hole. Actually, I almost wonder, I want the curve to sort of fit in here. So I want to select that. That's what I want to select. Cursor selected. Selection to cursor. Alright, perfect. That's what I want. And then there we go. Alright, perfect. Now we just need to duplicate this curve and do it for the rest of the pieces. So we're just gonna do that. So that's not what I think I want. Okay. This might be a long and arduous process. Oops. But we're gonna make it through nonetheless. Just thinking about how big these might need. Because I also want this rib cage to be like extremely visible and like obvious. So I almost wonder if we should do something like that. Alright, and we just keep going. For some reason, if I have face snapping on, it just wants to rotate on me. So I'm just gonna keep it off for now. Unless... I think that's why. Okay, I just needed to turn that off. So now... Okay, yeah, that's better. Oops, that's not what I do. So my reference... The ribcage is like very much a smooth gradient of size throughout all these, and it kind of sort of tilts up like this. We'll just do that. Pieces seem very small to me. I don't know if I want to make them bigger. Like that, maybe. I wonder. I can. I didn't know if I could add a solidify modifier, but that's actually perfect, because that's gonna be that. Well, I don't know. That seems too small. You know what? I'm gonna work with this. Need to set the upright. I'll set it to that, and then I'll just keep these close together. And then I'll just rotate them like that. I think that's, yeah, that's gotta be how I gotta do it. When you get into the process of it, it sort of becomes therapeutic to just do this. Because now I have a system, and now I have an idea of what I'm doing. Something else I gotta keep in mind too is I have to figure out how the arms connect into all this. But I can't forget to think about that as well. I'm thinking maybe I hook up a shoulder blade in like these three bones here. So I should probably like twist these. I'm not gonna apply the curve modifier. I'm not gonna turn these into meshes just yet. I still might want to be able to adjust them. So far, so good. Turning out pretty nice. Almost there. I almost wonder... Okay. Yeah, I can add a mirror. I know I'm gonna wanna do that. I almost wonder if I should take these and maybe just scooch them over a bit. Maybe these don't have to connect at the middle, per se. Maybe they could just connect like that. Yeah, because then that leaves more room for when I want to add the shoulder blade here. So that'll work. Yeah, I like that better. And I don't have to think about connecting these two at the middle. So there's that as well. I know this doesn't have to be exact every time, but I mean, I've gotten this far, I might as well. as we continue, these pieces will get smaller and smaller. No, I'm thinking that might be good. I'm thinking we might leave it at that. It doesn't look so bad. Okay, so now, last thing we need to do... So we're gonna select all these points. We're just gonna... Well, first off, we're gonna rotate them a bit and then scooch them in. We're just gonna... So, it looks like they're connected, but in reality, I did not mean to do that. Oh, you stop. Okay, there we go. I think that just about do it. And that makes it look like they're connected and they're not clipping through the mesh in any way. I just kind of... Take this. I think that just might be how it's got to look. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. Baby. Need to stretch. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh, what's next? Oh man, this is hard. Creating the joints is definitely harder, I think, than creating the limbs themselves. Because I have a plan for how I want to do the limbs. I just want them to be like solid objects, like a cube or a cylinder. Problem is, how do I connect them to the body? Big question. Let me take another look at my reference here. Excuse me. I just want to see how some of these have joints connected. I could just, you know what? I could just have it as like a rod coming out of the spine. I mean, that's the lazy man's way out, right? Because you know it'd be kind of ridiculous if I just had like a giant rod sticking out of the spine there. The only problem there would be that there'd be no range of movement. So I should take the time to model in actual like shoulder blades and a pelvis. I just don't know how I would be able to do that. I have a low poly model of a skeleton I could just load in real quick. I think it's right here. I can see how they did it. No, I have an idea. I have an idea. So it's basically it starts at the base of the spine here, and I'm actually very happy the spine lined up perfectly with this model. I just have to make a plane that wraps around the waist and comes down here. And I know I'm gonna have to be swapping back and forth a lot. But I'll just trace out his actual waist here. Let's do that real quick. Here, thank you. And then this needs to be displayed. You. So all I'm gonna do is just have this trace around his waist here. I don't want it to connect to the middle. What I want it to do I'm just kind of free-forming this right now. I want it to connect at the bottom of the spine. So I am gonna move this forward, and I'm gonna shrink it, and I'm gonna move it forward. And then I'll realign these up once I'm done here. But the idea is basically that, and then this comes out, and then these get connected like that. And then let me bring back the mesh here, and then let me actually put it on. There we go. And then I just take these, do that. Oops. Go, and then these kind of gotta be squished together more. I'm not a fan of how many points it's becoming at the end here, but kind of gotta work with what we gotta work with. That's not exactly it, but you know, it's something. And then wait, this doesn't even connect in the middle either, does it? Or no, it does, it does. So yeah, I guess I could just literally do this. It's gonna be very, very dumb. And I'm gonna have to fix it later. But something like that. Well, very wide pelvis. I'm literally just freeforming it at this point. Again, I know I want to shrink it anyway. So that might just be what I do right now. Maybe this comes in like that. Comes in and around. Let me hide it and let me just see what it looks like. So it has to go like down quite a lot. And I don't want to line it up exactly to the model either. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Let me just delete all this. Let's start from scratch. So we have this. You know what? I'm just gonna line this up to the model. Because at least the other portion of it is lined up with Rich himself anyway. So then we'll just... Yeah, this'll just be how we do it. Sorry from being quiet, it's just I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think it's gotta be like that. At this point, I am just basically tracing the model. But it's fine. Once I got the basic shape down, I think that's when I'll be able to freely adjust it to suit how I'd want it to look. Gotta be like that. Then okay, we got something going. Very messy, but it's something. Oh my god. Every time on stream, my headphones are just like, charge me. Love everything. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, this is something, that's for sure. Am I still doing good, by the way? Yep, alright, perfect. I haven't been paying too much attention to the output of the stream, Because I just have my reference open. My reference isn't even open on anything specific. It's just kind of here. So at the end of the spine, I need a tailbone, which I'll get to later. But for now, I think we got something going on here. I know this feels bad, just modeling in freeform space like this. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Because usually you have like a sculpted base underneath, which I guess in this case was that low poly skeleton model. But I'm just adjusting the shape. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna do some research. I don't know what this hole is for in the pelvis. We're gonna do some research. I'm just gonna pelvis on Wikipedia. The obturator foramen is the large... Why do they have to be such big words? Bilaterally paired opening of the bony pelvis. It's formed by the pubis and ischium. It's mostly closed by the obturator membrane except for a small opening through which the obturator nerve and vessels pass. And I just want to know what the goddamn hole's for. I don't know any of these big words. Okay. Oh yeah, so some muscles do actually pass through that hole there, connected to the top of the leg bone. So for my, well, you know, I'll keep it there because it's not like Rich is gonna have any kind of muscle structure, because it's gonna be like wires that connect inside the bones. But you know what I could do is I can leave this hole here and just have wires just passing through it. I think that'd be a cool design. Also, this has an odd number of vertices. There. Sure. I'm gonna smooth this out because this hole is actually, it's not gonna be a hole. It's gonna be where the leg is. So this needs to be more like that, and then okay, we're good there. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a pelvis. We got there eventually, boys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just grid fill. Well, yeah, we're gonna grid fill this. And we're gonna take this and we're just gonna push it back. Kind of like that. And then that is where the joint for the leg is going to go. Alright. We got there. We got there eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pelvis. And it looks half decent. So now we just need to add a solidify. Actually, no, we need to make sure the normals are all facing the right direction before we do anything. This doesn't have any thickness to it. I'm just looking at it. There absolutely does need to be thickness on all sides of this, because you'll be able to see it from all angles. I'm just thinking, like, there isn't any way I'd be able to hide any faces or anything of the sort. So yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna have to do the same here too. So I'm just gonna add solidify, and I think 0.005 was what I said it to. That'll work. And I'm just curious, what happens if I add a... I don't want to give it too many faces. I think that just might be how it's gonna look. What happens if I give it a subdivision surface? Okay, yeah, that looks ugly as hell. I mean, does it though? If I put it before the solidify. If I do it to this. Oops. I don't know. No, I don't like it. I mean, okay. It doesn't look that bad. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. You know what I will do? I will give it a smooth and just up the value of it just a wee bit. I'll do that. Put it before the solidify. And then I'll do the same here too, because I didn't mind the shape of it. Smooth, please. Thank you. Oh, please. There. Thank you. So this should probably be bigger then. That's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Because, like I said, I didn't mind the shape of it. And then this hole could probably be smaller, too. There we go. And then this can be pushed back more, just to give that indication of the leg joint there. Alright, give me a second. We got there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got there in the end. That's right, so this is called the chest plate, and then this is the pelvis. And how's the pelvis connected to the spine? Let me look at my reference. The pelvis is connected. How is the pelvis connected? How's it look in my model? It's just literally... Just by the tailbone, I guess. Let's make the tailbone, I suppose. So we could turn off in front. We're gonna have to get rid of these two. We'll get rid of all these as well. This can be probably pushed in more. Maybe something like that. Looks good. Yeah, that looks better. So now we're just kind of eyeballing it, really. There's a lot of eyeballing it happening with this model. There we go. I don't want it to stick out too far. I add a solidify modifier. It's got to be like pretty thick. So we'll do something like that, maybe. And then we'll just scooch it like that. Actually, you know what? No, we won't do a solidify modifier. We'll actually give it some extrusion when we actually finish the shape of it. So right now we'll just... It's like, okay, let's see. What's the tailbone look like anyway? I should probably Google that. I don't have tailbone pain. I don't have tailbone trauma. I don't have tailbone pain. I just want to know what the tailbone is. Oh, tailbone Wikipedia. The coccyx. It's very small. It's just like 3 separate things of the spine. So honestly, this should be good. So these bits are what connect to the pelvis, and then this kind of hangs out like that. I think that's gotta be how it's gotta look. And then here's what we'll do. I'm gonna extrude it like that. Then I don't want it to be too thick either. Thing. I did like something like this. I think I gotta adjust this curve just a wee bit. There, wait. I completely messed that up. There we go. Looks better. I don't know why it's offset just a little bit. Dang. It's not centered properly. That's why. There we go. Right? Well. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that works. Works very well. We don't really need this edge here. You know what? I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. I think that's the tailbone, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, perfect. And also, what happens if I just shape this smooth as well? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got it. You know what I'll do is I will probably work on the shoulder blades, and then I'll probably end stream because I'm getting hungry. I want to make something to eat. I'm gonna make some of I have some chicken in the freezer. I'm gonna probably heat up. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it though. I'll just make something with it. So what does the shoulder blades look like? I should probably Google that as well. The scapula. Thick flat bone lying on the thoracic wall that provides an attachment for 3 groups of muscles. Intrinsic, extrinsic, and stabilizing and rotating muscles. The intrinsic muscles include... Okay, is it connected to the clavicle? Okay. Alright, I think I see. Alright. I think I see, meaning I'm just gonna eyeball it. I like that Wikipedia actually has a sort of spinning model of what the scapula looks like. So I'm just gonna kinda go based off that. So I think I know how I might want to do it. So I'm gonna turn face project on. I'm gonna add a mirror. And then all these points, I'm just gonna put on the rib cage here. So this comes in like that, this goes in like that. And then I'm just gonna connect all these sort of like that. And then what I need to do is I need to give it some thickness. I'm just gonna pull it out here, extrude it inwards just a bit. Like that, just a little bit. Rotate it like so. Just gonna make this a bit bigger. Now the problem is, how do I make the indication of the arm joint? Because it's gotta be like, just to give an idea, it's gotta be like that. And then that's like where the arm would connect. Just curious to see what that would look like. Now, I don't want to give this too many vertices either. You know what? We don't have to be on model exactly. You know what I could do? I have an idea. I have an idea. We can have like a shoulder blade sort of plate on the arm here, or on the rib cage here. And then what we can do is I'm just gonna duplicate these vertices. I'm gonna separate them. Extrude them down like this. Bring them back. Then extrude them out like that. And then this is gonna sort of be a plate connected to the shoulder blade. That's gonna house where the arms joint's gonna go. And then the joint's gonna be like at the end of this. And this is just gonna be connected by like screws. We don't need these inside faces. You know what? Let's just get rid of all these entirely, and we'll just make it a solidify. And then only rim. And then give it that thickness. And we need to flip the normals. And then just line it up better. It's not what I wanted to do. Actually, I might want to get rid of this. I don't think I want it to bend like that. I think I just want it to be one solid plate like this. Okay, there we go. I'm just making it more straight. And then we only bring this back because we want to give it that little bit of roundness as it's like wrapping around that like that. Okay. I think we sort of got this figured out. So we'll apply the solidify modifier. We'll add an array of vertices like that. Take all these faces. We're going to extrude them out and just make them bigger like this. There we go. And then that's where the joint is gonna go. Shades. Where is that? Okay. Oh. So that's the idea. It's not exactly what the shoulder blade looks like. There definitely isn't like a big metal plate sticking out like that. But Oh my goodness. I don't know why my nose is running so bad. You know what? I have a better idea of how we're gonna do this, because this... I was thinking it would look better in texturing, to be like, this is just like a big metal bar that's kind of like bolted on to the back of that shoulder blade. Well, you know what, actually? Nah, I'll keep it like that. So I was thinking I could just connect this front bit to this, and then just like leave it at that. But you know what? I'll just leave it like this. This is fine. This will work. Okay. So now all we have to do is actually make the limbs. But I'm gonna probably end stream here because I'm getting hungry and I need to take care of myself. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Friday where I'll be working on more of this. And yeah. Off stream I'll probably be working on more of like the clouds and how Jimmy's neighborhood looks. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you on Friday. You take care.